Hi, I'm going to talk about some biblically inspired knowledge. I am a biblical representative individual in fashion art and etc. I'm biblically educated to stays knowing all the religions are 100% true, and I need more advanced education medically to be a biblical doctor genius eventually, like metal skeletons. Whatever else, aside from natural remedies, necessary surgeries and procedures, real medicine, dreams, resources, inventions, authorities, lie detector test, and more. That character from the Holy Bible and Picture Bible and other books of knowledge and films and plays, that JCT Pop, Jesus Christ, the Prince of Peace, he got murdered. He doesn't heal minds, so the peasants got a hold of his to weaken him on his human side, like they in cults like memory deletion, hypnotic, twisted with psychology. That's how they got him on that cross. They sacrificed him as he probably shed blood, tears, and maybe he cried colorful paint for art. He didn't die for anyone's sins. That's lies of the criminal peasants that create these situations for power, control, fun, perversion, and whatever else not mentioned for what they do. It's illegal either ways. There's different versions of the story. I know for a fact this one is worded more accurate because that JCT Pop, Jesus Christ the Prince of Peace, talks to me spiritually that personally. Duh. And he told me that after that nail nightmare, that King God forced him to multiply in spirit and spend 24/7 with everyone created since then to know them and for the Lord's army. And that poetically some say he walks with everybody, but I know that I've seen he also does his own thing. And so we do joke about how his biological birth daddy, that King God, calls time his perfect timing, or God's perfect timing, or God's timing. I'm pretty sure some others have heard of that. We joke about it because of his nail nightmare and other things that have happened, either to himself or to me or anybody else in general. The other gods and goddesses are not for that kind of timing. And as King God is the only God that plays crown testers, the other gods, kings and goddesses, queens, never do that. Diff gods, kings and goddesses, queens help make me, and they all say to me and to others different things, and they do show and tell me different ways, like as they warn me of King God and his little game of test where he plays crown testers, as I had already mentioned. They remind me, don't look at any sin as an option, which King God tries to tell everyone they have the option to be a sinner or not. The other gods and goddesses, kings and queens say, no, you do not. So it's not an option. It is a sin. The other gods, kings and queens, goddesses, they also tell me every individual is accountable for their own intentional sins only, meaning they're guilty. And individually is how they'll overall be sentenced. And there is no price to pay. I have other educational, inspired, biblical things to say. And this is from Psalms 49, 1 through 9. For all the directors' choir, a psalm of descendant of Korah in a Life Application Bible based on the Holy Bible is mentioned. I obviously remix a mix from that book. Passage message from King God. 49, verse 1. Listen to this, all you people. Pay attention, everyone in the world. Biblically speaking, in the land of dreams. Verse 2. High and low, rich and poor, listen. Verse 3. For my words are wise, thoughts are pure with purity, and filled with ideas and knowledge, and more. Verse 4. Listen carefully to many words of proverbs and solve riddles with inspiration from a harp. Verse 5. Why should I fear when trouble comes? When enemies surround me? Don't live in false fear. It's illegal. It's sinful to do so. It's a sin. Verse 6. Sinners, peasants, criminals, they're worthless. They trust in their wealth and others. They go on, boast of great riches when they might not got a point in existing. Like, what's their 24/7 existence? That determines if they're allowed to exist at all. Like, there's lie detector tests and real authorities required. Verse 7. Yet they won't redeem themselves from death by paying a ransom to King God. They can't buy their ways out of existing sentence of their own or anybody's. Nobody can. And nobody can cover up a crime with another crime. Verse 8. Redemption does not come so easy, for no one can pay enough or anything at all. Verse 9. To live forever and never see the grave, because funerals are illegal, according to all the religions that are 100% true, and real laws reminded there, spiritually and in fashion, art, and etc. Nailed it, huh? Duh. If theirs remains, they belong, brought back or disintegrated. Whatever they qualify for. And another Holy Bible verse, I remix a mix of 1 Peter 5:7. Simply say simplified, it's illegal to worry. Bye.